With us now, Barbara McQuade, a former U.S. attorney who is now a law professor at the University of Michigan, and Paul Butler, former federal prosecutor who is now a professor at the Georgetown University Law Center. So, Barbara, I want to start with you. What do you make of what you've been hearing so far?
Well, Jose, a huge part of this strategy by the Republican senators clearly is to put the Department of Justice and FBI on trial. We have heard the words weaponized, politicized, again and again and again, and Pam Bondi is agreeing with those things. The suggestion that because the Justice Department charged Donald Trump with interfering in the January 6th in the election in 2020 and with retaining false documents, that somehow that was all cooked up, baseless, weaponized, politicized. I think it is a disgusting display of disinformation. And even if they alone don't believe what they're saying, members of the public are watching this, and I worry how many will be believing what they are hearing today.
There certainly is a perception among many in the United States that the Justice Department has been politicized. Paul, what are your thoughts on what Bondi has been going through so far this morning?
Well, Jose, Ms. Bondi has more courtroom experience than other recent attorneys generals, and so she's smooth and polished, and she's even found common ground with some of the Democrats on issues like the opioid epidemic and pornography. But it's what she won't rule out that is concerning. She won't rule out discussing potential criminal prosecutions with Trump. She won't rule out prosecuting reporters. She won't disavow or clarify her earlier pledge to prosecute the prosecutors and investigate the investigators who were responsible for Trump's criminal cases. She actually thinks that Kash Patel is the right person to lead the FBI. So she's sounding like a yes woman to Donald Trump. For all of their flaws, Trump's previous attorneys general, Barr and Sessions, at some point were willing to say no to him. In Barr's case, it took Trump trying to overturn the election. And what's most frightening is that for Bondi as attorney general, she apparently would have tried to help Trump in that effort, just as she did as a private lawyer. So again, she's sounding like the attorney general of Trump's dreams. She's his Roy Cohn. I like to remind people that Roy Cohn was disbarred.
And Barbara, very quickly, the whole issue of how she talked about the 2020 election is something that she was asked repeatedly about, and she answered it in a very kind of muddled way.
Yes, and I really think this is something senators should come back and hammer her on, because she's very coy. Although she will say that she accepts that Joe Biden is the president, she will not say that she accepts that the 2020 election is fair. Those are two different things, and I think that senators should come back and really hammer her on that so that we can get a clear answer from her.
There is a 30-minute pause for lunch at that hearing, and we will, of course, resume it and bring it to you right here on MSNBC. Paul Butler, Barbara McQuade, thank you very much.